Whoopi, you got a lot of explaining to do, young lady. Miss Whoopi Goldberg, you have a lot of explaining to do.
You know what I'm a little agitated about? That man has something to say to me. It's very clear to me that you don't care. That's why you left everybody's name in there. You didn't care enough to redact.
Oh, the victims' names.
The names of the... You knew you were releasing it. Why did you not redact the victims' names? That is another, to me, that's the middle finger to them. Saying we don't care. We don't care what happens to you.
Have powerful men always been bad like this? I'm sure they have. Well, that's what I always said about this. I'm going to say it again. I said it from the beginning. If there's a guy who has a lot of money and you don't know where the money comes from, he's a pimp. That's what this is all about. It's not because he was a witty conversationalist that they were hanging around him. He is a whisperer. All these men who have all the power in the world, they have the money, the prestige, the influence, and they have zero clue how to get a woman into bed. That's what this is about. There's a new wrinkle in the Epstein case. Have you heard about this? Okay, they got some surveillance. Why they have it now, 6 years later? Where was this surveillance footage from the jail or whatever happened in there?
I mean, we reviewed over 6 million pieces of paper, thousands of videos, tens of thousands of images. There's a lot of horrible photographs that appear to be taken by or people around him, but that doesn't allow us necessarily to prosecute somebody.
Come on, y'all. The releasing the files was a major issue for MAGA voters. Are they going to be happy with this? Now suddenly it's...
Yes, yesterday I put out a video about Whoopi Goldberg appearing on this file. If you've been following me, you might have seen that video. But there is something more concerning. Bill Maher reacted to this whole clip today. I was impressed. Someone put out a tweet on X. Whoopi Goldberg is so gross, not even Jeffrey will lend her his plane when asked. This was in 2013. Jeffrey was already a popular, known, convicted guy. Why is she trying to borrow his plane? When you look into this file, Whoopi was struggling to borrow his plane. I don't get the point. If you look at what Whoopi has been doing for some time now, calling out Trump, this, it's like she is not aware of this man. You will see the level of hypocrisy with them. They're always acting nonsense until, like what I've seen on social media, people are now saying, the view one that they should investigate this, they should also investigate them. Their names appear on the files almost 50 times. So I don't get the point while they are releasing these clips back to back.
Whoopi, you got a lot of explaining to do, young lady. Miss Whoopi Goldberg, you have a lot of explaining to do. So Whoopi surfaced files. And I don't know if y'all can read that, but basically I'll just put it in my words, make it a little short. Basically, Whoopi was trying to borrow Jeffrey's plane to she was scheduled for an event in Monaco, I believe that's somewhere in Europe. She was scheduled for an event, and someone was contacting and through, explaining that to everything. Like, look, Whoopi needs a ride. She needs a flight to Monaco. She wants to do an event. And, she wants to borrow our plane, explaining the timing and everything. She got to be here at this amount of time, for an event, raising money for some type of water foundation or some shit. She wants to use your plane. She don't want to charter. Her and her team would prefer a private owner. So, she basically want to use our team. Do you want to allow this? Thing just said. Thing reply was, no, thank you. But yeah, like, Whoopi, you got some explaining to do. You got some explaining to do. That email was from 2013. That thing was already convicted. That was already convicted for solicitation of a minor, prostitution. He was already convicted, Whoopi. Like, you got some explaining to do. Like, and you're trying to borrow this man's plane knowing damn well he most likely also assaulted, like actually assaulted young women on that plane. Is she gonna talk about this with you? This is not cool. This was after his conviction. Like, it's not like you didn't know, Whoopi.
We're so tired. We've read so much, and now it's done. We don't want to do anymore.
Well, I can say I'm happy it's released, and I'm not MAGA, but I'm a big I release every file there is regarding, and mainly because I know that the names we're seeing, the images, it does not mean people necessarily did anything of criminal activity, but I do think people should have to explain their association. Scene's lifestyle was not a secret. It was a shared and maybe overlooked inconvenience for some. And this dates back to 2002 when two sisters that were like 14 and 15, I think, were interviewed. A story was squashed.
Yes, there is something I actually just like what these other hosts actually said on The View. Like, if you have any association with this man, you should be able to defend yourself. That is good. And Whoopi was listening, in a way that you actually suspect that everybody is questioning, like, oh, Whoopi should be able to answer for this. Yeah, this guy was convicted. Why is Whoopi Goldberg, seeking to use his plane, knowing fully well that this is the plane they have used for a very long time to commit a lot of crimes? This is questionable. Yeah. If Whoopi can be talking about other people, I really wish if she can be honest to talk about herself and some crews, because I've seen not only her, there are other crews, their names is on the files, but Whoopi Goldberg is actually going viral on social media. At some point, I didn't want to focus on this. When I saw Bill Maher actually reacting to the whole fight, question a lot of things, I just had to redo this video so you can see exactly what Democrat actually thinks about the whole thing. It is today B is acknowledging that when people used to complain, talk about these fights, they used to say, no, stop spreading conspiracy. That is what Democrats used to say when you mention a topic like this. At some point now, they don't consider this a conspiracy. The truth is here. Okay. Democrats are not talking about their own people on the list. The only person they struggle to focus is Trump. Trump. It's like his name is the only person on the list. Yeah. If you look through the most important people that I've seen in that list, Democrats should be able to sit and really focus, talk about them, but nobody is doing that. Oh, Trump appeared 500 times. They don't say how many times other Democrats appear on it. I'm just saying, this is something that these people advocate for. This came in just when Trump came into office the second time. This two of MAGA demand this, MAGA demand that. Okay, now the list is out. Talk about everybody on that list. I really wish if Whoopi can sit and address this, it will be important. I know she will never do that. Whoopi now claims like Republicans don't want to persecute people. That is what she said there. Then going further to talk about names not being redacted. If they redact names, The View will say, why are you hiding names? Why are you doing this? These people, at some point, I used to wonder.
There was a fake list.
Yeah.
And I'm on it.
I'm here to report the news so you can see exactly what is going on. I want to appreciate people supporting, sharing out the videos. God bless you.
Might be the most depressed person in America. I mean,
I'm going to say eyes out.
As of the short clips you see at the end, that is for the white algorithm. You can always skip.
Ricky Gervais once told the award show crowd, Don't use it as a platform to make a political speech. You're in no position to lecture the public about people.
A person's home, it's very easy to understand.
When I look at that video, I don't see both sides in a dogmatic.
The Golden Globe for Best Editing goes to the Justice Department.
This is for her. This is for the people in the United States who are terrorized and scared today.
Yes. Of course, this is for the mother.
Babies are upstairs watching. Y'all better be off them damn phones and watching me.
Thank you, everyone. I'm a little in shock about that.
Maduro.
Let your hatred and
Sit this one out.
Well, these guys.
There you go.
$1,500.
Let's see if they get this.
Well,
I want to see them get it.
MAGA's going to break up because of Donald Trump's criticism of Robin.
Can sit at either place. Thank you for coming. I really appreciate
So you and your husband were friends.
Everybody knew that wasn't true.
A dangerous relative as a likely suspect. A tip that led to her brother Nick. Rob Reiner and Nick had a heated argument the night before at Conan O'Brien's Christmas party, being back on his own. In one incident, she said,
We should have said nothing.
the United States to take this family tragedy in which the president had made no comment.
When people ought to have.
Yeah.
Absolute horror.
Hi, Mel Gibson. I'm in Italy.
There is a quota system.
This is my 6th and last year hosting the Grammys. Song of the Year. Congratulations, Billie Eilish.
O'Leary, I heard you told Billie Eilish to shut up and just entertain.